Hello everybody, my name is Danger Extreme and welcome to the Xtreme Podcast after 14 months, I think. It's literally been like 14 months since we recorded the last one. I can't get the music right, but whatever. I am here with two people who pretty much enjoy fighting games. One definitely more than the other. But we're going to put him aside for a second. We're going to first talk to Mr. Gamer. Hello, Mr. Gamer. Welcome to the Xtreme Podcast. Weren't you?
Hello.
I have a question. Were you on one of the other Xtreme podcasts before? I cannot remember.
I was not.
You were not? Well, you're here now. Well, welcome.
Hey, let's go.
Fortnite guy, the guy who always beats me in Mario Kart. I want to someday be able to do Mario Kart content, but we'll definitely do driving games at some point. And I am also here with the fighting man himself. I am here with Minty, aka Ray's Slider, aka Tyler. Hello, Tyler.
What is up?
Alright. We're sticking with this. Alright. But yeah, friggin' it's been literally 14 months. It's been over a year now. I want to start doing the Xtreme Podcast again. Where the Xtreme Podcast, we do whatever we want, we talk about whatever we want, as long as we're still in a category. So, literally, we're just gonna be chilling and talking about fighting games. On the screen, like, so I'll go ahead and show y'all which picture I have up on screen for everyone to see. But I have this, and here's the funny thing. I very much remember whenever I played Marvel vs. Capcom 2, that I played Ken. I remember playing Ken. And Tyler here, he started gaslighting me that Ken was not. Even his Alexa told him it wasn't. You can literally Google. Yeah, bro, I don't trust Alexa, bro, because literally Google told me straight to my face, yeah, Ken's in the game. He's right here. Do you want footage? Do you want this combo? Ken's in the game. Don't be gaslighting me.
Yeah, Alexa can be wrong sometimes.
Anyway, but yeah. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Do y'all want to know whenever I first played Marvel vs. Capcom 2?
What went over? When
I first played it as a demo on the Xbox 360. I didn't even have the full game. I played as a demo.
Interesting.
However, have y'all ever played it at arcades?
No.
Oh, that
I
is
do know a
that
couple
is
things about
disappointing.
it. Like, I know about the Iron Man Infinite that was in there.
Yep.
A bunch of characters like Cyclops are in there. I think Rogue is in there too.
Yep. Cyclops, Rogue, Magneto, Storm, Wolverine, Sabretooth, Gambit. Even a Psylocke. Psylocke's in there as well. Cable.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. Literally, I mean, it's super cool. The Juggernaut, the Sentinel. A bunch of characters in it.
Oh, yeah, Sentinel.
Literally, so, I mean, one thing I feel like literally everyone knows, if anyone listening doesn't know, I mean, I'm pretty sure we all here know, but Marvel vs. Capcom, I believe, was originally X-Men vs. Capcom. That's why,
yes.
and that's why in the games there's so many, yeah. Also, another thing is if I say anything wrong, I have two people here to fact check me, but yeah, X-Men vs. Capcom, that's why there's so many X-Men in the games, like X-Men characters in the earlier games. Later on, definitely spread with more Marvel stuff, but there's always going to be more X-Men characters, because that's what it always originally was. Which I think was super cool. I freaking love X-Men, and I love Capcom. And so I thought that was super cool.
Right, it was so cool, man.
One thing, sorry, go ahead.
I always, I playing Marvel, versus Capcom 2, I really liked the game. My cousins always had it on the PlayStation, and we would just have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it was sick. I'm trying to adjust the music. There we go.
I mean, that's probably the case with every Marvel vs. Capcom game. Like, for me, it's one of those games that you could just turn on, play it offline, and still have a ton of fun. Like, you can,
I'm in trouble.
I had a brain fart. Sorry.
Bro, your brain shut down for a second. You good?
Oh my
But yeah,
God.
like it was one of those games where like you can go in training mode, you can like use a bunch of different combinations of characters, see what you like and whatnot. And then of course like the single player content. It's pretty cool as well. Like you get to fight Galactus and whatnot. It's pretty cool. And when I first started, like I'd say like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was my first game. It was the one before Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, so it was the original game. I used to use Captain America, Hagar, and Sentinel a lot. And mainly because they had a lot of ground bounce ability, like Hagar. I keep calling him Hagar, but it's Hagar. I think. Hagar, his pipe. You can get a lot of
Metal pipe!
stuff with that. Yeah.
Yeah, his metal pipe. Yeah.
I wish I had my soundboard set up so I could click metal pipe. I don't have it set up, and I'm not gonna bother re-recording all this, but I can't edit at the moment. So, but yeah,
I think I know
freaking
what
metal
he's
pipe.
about to say, cause like I watched that like Thero video where they were playing against
Yeah.
Max, and they said something that like Hagar's like metal pipe is like very cancelable into specials. It's just
Yo, like there, if you ever listen to this, big fucking fan.
big fan, bro. Big fan.
Like there's hilarious.
Funny stuff.
But yeah, freaking yeah, those are sick. One thing I absolutely love is freaking the teams you can build. One thing I freaking love is being able to have Spider-Man be able to have freaking Ryu and have freaking Jill Valentine all on the same team and say, yo, let's go, let's do this.
Let's do this, bro.
Oh, that's right. She was a character.
Yeah, she was
Oh
a
my
character.
god. That's right.
Or freaking Mega Man. Freaking have Mega Man, Ryu, Spider-Man, and have them team up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was super sick. One thing that's hilarious, and by the way, I first found out this game existed by actually seeing a physical copy at a store. Like, this is the first time I actually saw one. It was DC versus Mortal Kombat.
Oh jeez.
Oh, that game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we could easily tell why this game was built. Definitely wanted to try to get off the popularity of Marvel vs. Capcom, and clearly it did not do well because I did not know it existed until I saw it in a store.
It didn't.
Yep.
It
Got
did
see,
not.
the story overall was pretty meh. The fatalities weren't even fatalities. They could have just been called like knockouts or something.
They
Because-
called them hero brutalities, and it was like, what?
Those are for the hero. Those are for the DC side.
Yeah, for the DC side, right?
Yeah. And they were like so incredibly like simple. Like I think like Superman or probably Shazam. Like he just grabs you, throws you into the ground. That's it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then like Green Lantern. Wait, I forgot what Green Lantern does, but I know that what's his name, Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Joker, he does like the gun. It's sort of like the MK9 fatality with Shang Tsung, where he turns into a clown. And, like the first shot, it's a fake shot, and it's like a fake out bang gun. He laughs, and then he pulls out a real gun, but the camera shifts to the side so you don't actually see the person's head explode. So it's just kind of lame. Because I want to see that.
Imagine censoring in a Mortal Kombat game. Imagine,
Yeah.
bruh.
It's sort of like how in God of War 3, in like other countries outside of like America or whatnot. I think it was Australia and some other places, but they literally had to pan the camera to the side to fit their game ratings in like countries outside of the U.S. So it's sort of like that in a way.
Oh my god, horrible.
When you have a violent game, well, MK vs. DC wasn't really that violent. But when you have a game based around violent characters, but you don't show the violence, it kind of ruins it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
And I'm literally thinking about it. That's totally probably why they brought Joker into Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah.
They wanted to redeem the character. They
Wanted to redeem, yeah. Because whenever, like, Mortal Kombat, for any character to fit, and also, Injustice did amazing. I remember seeing the first trailer for Injustice. Actually, literally, I saw it on TV in a restaurant. I was in a restaurant and there was like just a TV on, and I saw the first ad for it, and I was like, "Whoa, that game looks sick!"
Oh wow!
Like Superman's a villain. At this time, I've never seen Superman as a villain because I wasn't super super into the Superman lore. But I was like, whoa, freaking Superman's a villain in this game? He's gonna fight back. Like, that's sick. And then now it's just a normal thing. Now Batman vs. Superman is just a normal... It happens every weekend.
Yeah. Every Thursday, they have something going.
Every Thursday. I mean, their rivalry's been a thing. It's just never to the extent of wanting to kill each other, you know what I mean? So that's why I was saying, like, that was a different level. Which, again, even to that extent, happens like every Thursday. So... But I thought that game was cool.
Batman never wanted to kill Superman because, Batman morals. But, yeah, Superman did...
Well, then also he has a plan to get him.
Superman, though...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just an
Oh, I mean, we're talking about the same evil Superman that melted Shazam's face off.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Okay, this guy is, something wrong with this one.
That gets me wondering what they're gonna do with the third game. Like, are they gonna continue the conflict? Because I need to review on what happened in Injustice 1 because I almost forgot. But Injustice 2, I remember that Batman was on the side of like keeping all the prisoners, like in Arkham. At least in the beginning, he wanted to keep every prisoner or every wrongdoer inside Arkham Asylum to protect Gotham. But Superman wanted to bring them out for whatever reason, I don't remember. But he wanted to bring them out, and then Robin sided with Superman. And then Batman was like, "What the fuck, Robin?" And something like that, and then he tries to kill his dad.
Well, they're not bringing them out to bring them out. He wanted to kill all of them.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he wanted to kill everyone. Like, you could have just freaking, had a speeding ticket. Hey, you're going 100 and a 60? Bam. So, pretty.
Sort of like Thanos type thing, where
yeah,
doing a good deed, but in the wrong way, kinda.
Yeah,
bro.
I would say more like a Zamasu thing, but yeah. But not as bad though. But yeah. Man, I've been saying freaking a lot. I don't know why that is my new word that I has as filler. That's my new filler word. Everyone has a filler word. I don't know why that's mine.
Mine's just yeah.
I said it 4 times in a row and now it's stuck. Anyway, one game I want to talk about, which all of us have played. I have played all of them, and to this day, it is definitely a game that is stuck in my memory because it is one of the first games that I was super excited to wait for DLC for, and it actually I got them as they were coming out. Which is Smash Bros. Ultimate. I freaking love the Smash Bros. Series.
I love Smash.
Love it, bro. I started with all for the Wii, but then I had some cousins who had Melee and the 64, so Smash 64, the very first one, and it's very fun. It's very.
Yep.
You just bring some friends over and y'all just beat each other's asses. Y'all just beat this.
Sakurai,
more fun than that.
Sakurai
And almost anyone can play it.
Sakurai brought us one of the greatest series, and it was super enjoyable. First of all, brought us one of the best creators or characters. I mean, yeah, he's a great creator, but he brought us Kirby. He brought us Kirby, and then he brought us Smash. Like, this man doesn't miss. And now, he's currently working on a new project right now. Nobody knows what it is, but he's working on a new project right now, and he's excited about it. I'm super glad Ultimate did amazing as it did, and I was able to live through the experience of characters coming out and announcements and everything, living through all that before it ended. It was amazing. It sucks that, here's the thing, if they were to ever do another Smash Bros, I would only ever want them to like revamp, like just make it better, like better looking, maybe better coding, because technology is always gonna get better for a good while. We're not at the end of technology yet, but eventually, next console would love Smash Bros to be on there, but just give us all the same characters. Maybe new outfits. Outfits would be sick.
Oh yeah,
but I would.
Be awesome.
Smash Bros, as great as it is, it was an amazing experience by Sakurai, and I would hate if unless Sakurai said, "I want you to do this," unless it is a pupil, a disciple, a not disciple. That's the wrong word. An apprentice. If it was an apprentice to him for the next work, sick, awesome, love that. But if not, if he can't find a good apprentice to take on the role of the Smash Bros creator, I want them to leave it as it is and just make it look better. Because they can definitely make it look better. Not that it doesn't look cool. It looks great, but it could be better.
Yeah.
And so hopefully because I imagine we're getting the next console in the next 2 years.
Hopefully that new console is a good, powerful console.
Yeah.
They could give Smash Bros. Online rollback netcode. Please.
Oh, that'd be sick.
That and the Switch. Oh, I don't even know how. I feel like most of the time, like a game that isn't made by Nintendo for the Switch specifically.
Yeah.
I feel like every game that they're gonna port Mortal Kombat 1 to the Switch. It's on life support at that point.
I've been saying that for years. Yeah, I've literally been saying for years that if it's not made for the Switch, specifically for the Switch, it ain't gonna run well on the Switch, and we've been proving that too many times. But while we're on Smash, I wanted to say what is alright. So obviously there's DLC characters. I have all 12 in front of me. Did you predict any of these right? Did you ever make a guess, a prediction on anything, and you actually got it right?
Sora.
You guessed Sora?
Yeah.
I said Steve for the memes, and he became real.
I said Steve.
Everyone.
I said Steve, and I said Sans. I feel like Sans is half a point. I thought
everyone was.
Because he technically did happen, but not really.
Yeah, so that's how. Here's the thing: Sans was for the meme. Steve, I actually thought they totally could have done it, because the whole point of one that I guessed, which they didn't add, which I'm kind of upset, but I mean it also makes sense, was Master Chief. That's one I guessed. I was theorizing.
Yeah.
I never guessed Min Min, Pyra Mithra. Never guessed the Joker. Never even. I'll tell you right now. I only ever heard of Terry. I never even seen him or known about him. Kazuya.
Honestly, same.
Kazuya was super sick.
Kazuya is the one I never expected.
I never expected Kazuya. It's super cool.
How are they gonna add him? He has so many moves. You know how Tekken is. With
they literally made him his. We thought Terry was crazy, and then they introduced Kazuya. They were like, "Oh, there's limitations, buddy. My name's Sakurai. We don't know limitations here. We don't know limitations here. This is Smash Bros."
We're just
Hero.
Gonna give Kazuya all of his movies.
Hero was such a sick character. The freaking Hero, the RNG.
Dragon Quest.
Yeah, Dragon Quest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One of the most Smash players hate.
King RNG himself, I'm telling you.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, here's what happened. People threw out characters for ideas. Sakurai was at a table full of people. He was talking with them. One guy threw out an idea, and he was like, "Oh, let's just take this character and make him like this." He had a great laugh with it, and he said, "We are doing that. Because that'll be perfect for a first character." Freaking Piranha Plant. He heard the Piranha Plant as a fighting character, laughed, thought it was amazing, and so they made that the first character. Because I'll tell you right now, of all these characters, Piranha Plant is definitely the least hype. At least for most people. I thought he was super cool coming to the game.
It was pretty random. It was pretty random and funny that he was the first one.
It definitely
and he was a pre-order bonus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was definitely a turn. It was definitely a turn of like. So yeah, we did get Smash Bros. Super early, but yeah, forget it was a turn for freaking oh my god. It was definitely a curveball to say we're releasing a bunch of DLC. First character is Piranha Plant. What? You're picking characters like Piranha Plant? What? And so we were definitely thrown for a loop for that. I think that was super sick.
They put in Piranha. I think it's funny. They put in Piranha Plant before they put in Genos.
Yep. Oh, I'm telling you right now. Anyone who wanted Genos, the fact that Genos was not added, I'm laughing. I think it's hilarious. I am so mad at so many people who are like Genos. Okay, I'm telling you right now. Do y'all know what Genos is from?
Super Mario RPG.
How many games has he been in? One?
Just that one, really. Just that one.
Has he ever made an appearance ever? Ever again?
No.
Not to my memory.
Interesting. Why would people think Genos would be added as a character when he's been in one game and he has nothing to it? I don't understand it.
It's probably one of those. It's most likely one of those like nostalgia.
It's gotta be
Super Mario RPG.
It's gotta be.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna be a little honest. I was rewatching the Game Grumps play Super Mario RPG I was binge watching it. And I'm gonna be a little honest. I was about to call him Genju. Oh my god.
Genju.
All Genos.
All Genju.
All Genos is really saying like during the entire game, just like I'm the space guy. Like I'm the mysterious guy. And that's all it is.
He has nothing. He's the space puppet that heals you. That's it. What makes you think he's gonna be mad at the Smash? Brad, let me stop. Let me stop right now. I'll go crazy. Anyway, freaking. But yeah, one thing I'll tell you right now with all these characters introduced something new to the table. That is one amazing thing. Yep. Every character introduced something new, whether it was minor, like Terry walked so Kazuya could run. But literally, no character disappointed. Every character was sick. I'll tell you right now, one thing that's super sick. Sephiroth feels like a boss. Like whether you're playing as him or playing against him, Sephiroth feels like a boss fight.
Yeah.
I played Sephiroth. Go ahead.
Okay. I was going to say, especially with his his neutral special.
Yeah.
When you charge it turns into they explode kind of thing.
Yeah, you can control all the area around you. You do massive damage. You can easily recover. You have abilities to assist and nullify. You have your final smash is insane and cinematic. Like you get the outro. You just feel like a boss fight. It's insane. It's super sick. All these characters are cool. Mm-hmm. Sora, here's the thing. I know Sora was one of the most hyped characters out of this entire roster, and I think here's the thing. I myself didn't really know about Kingdom Hearts. I thought Sora was cool, and I was excited, but nowhere near excited people were. But I got excited because I saw how excited people were. You know what it is? When someone gets excited and you get excited because someone else is. Like with me, when I watch Nanogenics or Rhymestyle or I don't know, Smitty or anyone, I watch any of them reacting, and they get excited, I get excited. And so seeing that, that's super cool. So, seeing how excited everyone was for Sora, I was like, yo, this is sick. I'm ready.
For real.
And to this day, Smash Bros. Is a very much played game. Obviously, it's not as, super hype, but it's still very well known and popular. And it will be down in history as one of the best series. Sorry, brother was coming in and grab the charger. Alright.
And so...
But yeah, Smash Bros. Anything else you want to talk about Smash Bros? I mean, we can come back to it. We're not. Once we're off, it's not we can't come back. I was just saying before I talk about another game.
Oh yeah, how about we talk about a meme?
Me's?
Our main.
Our mains. Oh, okay. I was confused for a second.
Mains.
Bro, okay, I had a main every other game. I had a main every other game.
That is true.
First game, Captain Falcon. Second game, I believe it was Pikachu, or it was Pikachu.
I remember you playing a
Falcon.
lot of Samus.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. I played a lot of Samus. Yes. Here's the thing. I played a lot of characters in each game. I played many of the same characters. One character that universally between each game that I was great with is Captain Falcon and Samus. Those are two of my best characters, and to this day, like if I picked up Captain Falcon, like Captain Falcon's the one character that I can fight every character with, and I can definitely be a challenge if you fight me. Like don't go easy on me or else you will lose. You can beat me obviously, but yeah, I ain't no person to mess with. He is relatively the same through every game, so I have experience through 5 generations. But yeah, Wii U. One of my mains was Rosalina. Freaking the whole Luma thing. Like, I could knock you. I could launch. What I would do is I would launch my Luma behind you, fight against you, launch you away. My Luma would do little pocket damage to you, which is nothing, but it's some extra damage to continue, increasing that number. And as soon as you try to approach me, I can hard attack between like charge attack. Smash attack. I could smash attack between with the Luma and Rosalina. So if you're near either one, you're gonna get set and launched. So I had a whole rhythm going.
Oh my gosh.
Rosalina definitely definitely isn't as OP and Ultimate as she was in Wii U.
Yeah.
Mega Man is also sick.
Yeah,
my main in Wii
awesome.
U was Link. I feel I'm pretty sure it's a coin flip between Captain Falcon and Link. But in Ultimate, I don't know. I feel like Samus. I feel like while I love playing other characters more, Samus is the one character I can pick up, and I know that you're definitely going to be in trouble if you're not careful. Falcon is if I'm lucky, you're going to take a lot of damage. But if you know how to move around, then I am in a little bit of trouble. Especially if you're a projectile character. If you're a projectile character, it's a lot harder for me. Samus is a character that I can focus the projectiles and do pretty well with. So, again, it's a coin flip between Falcon and Samus.
Okay.
What's y'all's main?
Okay, on 64, it was Kirby. On Melee, it was Mewtwo. Brawl, Lucario, Wii U / 3DS. It was Greninja, and then on Ultimate, it was Pikachu until Sora came out.
Nice. Yeah, you definitely mastered Sora quick, and you have not let go. You got Sora on you. Sora's the one character you have that you can 1v1 Tyler, and you're pretty much good. Like unless Tyler picks his main, you've pretty much got him. Sora's annoying to fight. He's annoying to fight.
It ain't easy.
Tyler, who's your main?
It's not easy fighting Tyler.
It's not easy. This is the most unexpected main that I didn't even know I would become main of this character, but that's Wii Fit Trainer.
Yeah?
Everything about it, I enjoyed.
I don't know why I expected an answer different. Yeah, very weird. You literally picked up Wii Trainer one day just to practice. And you...
Yeah, I was like, this is my character.
Whenever someone says they're a main in a game, what's your main in Smash? You don't expect Wii Fit Trainer. You know what I mean?
No, you don't.
Like, Wii Fit Trainer... Like, it's so random, but it's so great. Like, no one else plays... No one else plays that.
Wii Fit Trainer Supremacy.
Oh, man.
Wii Fit Trainer Supremacy. I mean, yeah, I remember one time you joining a whole Discord server of Wii Fit Trainer mains, and even like a Discord tournament.
Did you beat them?
Yeah, I won.
Oh my gosh, you beat a tournament of Wii Fit Trainer mains. Nah, my man said I am the Wii Fit Trainer. Oh my gosh. Anyway.
I think I won like $10 for it. I don't know. It was like a small tournament. It was like only 20 people.
It's just small.
That's still cool though.
Yeah.
20 people who have the courage to say that they are Wii Fit Trainer mains, and you beat all of them as Wii Fit Trainer. That's still pretty good.
It's what we do around here.
Also, you live and breathe fighting games. That's why we're here.
Yes, you do. Yes,
Alright, oh, so
yes,
real
he
quick,
does.
I don't know if y'all said it or not. What are characters that y'all predicted for Smash that didn't get into the game? Mine was Master Chief.
I didn't.
Mine was
that
kind of Master
didn't-
Chief as well. But
He just seems like the Xbox guy, you know? Like, they were getting games from other things. I would totally expected an Xbox character and a Sony character.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why. I thought either Scorpion or Sub-Zero would get in Smash.
now that one, I did not understand at all.
But, I don't, you know...
I was like,
don't
how are they gonna
know
add
why.
Scorpion and Sub-Zero?
I mean, they
Characters
could.
from
They
a-
could. It would
from
just.
an
It would
M-rated
just wouldn't
series.
feel right. It'd feel goofy.
Wouldn't feel.
Yeah.
It'd feel like a
They
parody.
couldn't do fatalities because Nintendo doesn't like that. They
Right.
couldn't like have their characters getting killed.
They couldn't
having
show
their
the
heads being
skull.
ripped off. Yeah.
I mean, they
was
probably
like, how would
could.
that
They
work?
probably could, but yeah,
Oh yeah, they probably did.
probably.
Yeah, sure.
They probably
Sure,
already did
if,
already. Now that I think of it.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: they probably could, but they would have to change it for some versions. But yeah,
Yeah, sure. If Smash Bros was an M-rated
Yeah.
game. Yeah, sure.
It's like
Smash
places like
Bros. is an
China
M-rated-
hate
Yeah,
don't like
maybe.
skulls. Apparently, it's disrespectful there.
but yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. I mean, it's not crazy out of possibility, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Smash Bros is cool. One I want to talk about. We've been talking about an amazing
Right.
fighting game. Let's talk about a not so amazing one. Let's talk about
God.
multiverses for a second.
Oh god.
Multiverse?
Multiverses. Let's talk about multiverses for a second. This game, while it seemed very promising and very fresh,
Did.
it kind of fell off really fast.
Yeah. Because like at first they're like, it's the beta. Everyone come and try our new game. Then like a week later, buy our Founders Edition that's over $100. Then a month later, they like release season 2 or something. Season 2
Yeah,
of,
no,
like,
they
the
did.
game or whatever. And I was like, is this even a beta anymore?
Yeah, now they're like, hey, we're shutting down our game and basically gonna try to relaunch this thing because it's the beta. And pretty much, I'm pretty sure you cannot get your refund. And you might lose everything when it goes to the new game. So if
Oh
you
my
spent
God.
like $200 on it, guess what? That's a waste of $200.
Sorry, bruh. Sorry, bruh.
Not every game lasts forever, but I mean,
Absolute.
come on. Like, make people
Seriously,
spend that
guys.
kind of money at the because not every game's gonna last forever, obviously. Like even even Fortnite, one day they're gonna shut down their servers for the final time in 10, 20, 30 years. But one day they will.
Who knows?
But multiverses, I mean, that was quick. You know something that's even like that's super hilarious?
What?
Speaking of Fortnite,
What's up?
you know how we've seen a bunch of DC things recently? A bunch of DC outfits?
Yeah.
Do you want to know why? Here's my theory. Because what is a fact, the fact is multiverses, basically Warner Brothers wanted to stop showing their characters in other games. They wanted to not have their characters in other games anymore, so multiverses was, if you were to think of a DC game, it would be multiverses, and they didn't want their other properties in other games, so they were trying to shift to that, right? But with how bad
Right.
multiverses is doing, after multiverse did so bad, now we're getting like every 2 weeks we're getting DC in the shop. Like, I feel like they're just like, we did bad, Fortnite, you're one of our highest money thing, give me money. That's just throwing.
Please give me money.
I don't
and
wanna-
will give you this character. Yeah.
Yeah, multiverses, I mean, here's the thing, I enjoyed the game a bit. I enjoyed playing Batman. Like, Batman was a super fun character. I loved his gimmicks and whatnot. It was fun. Unfortunately, I even have I believe I recorded on my channel at least once, but yeah, unfortunately it didn't do too well. There's another game, but I never played it. It looked interesting, but I never got to it, and I am glad I didn't get invested because it did shut down, was Rumbleverse.
Oh, I remember Maximilian playing. that.
Oh, Rumbleverse.
Which, here's the thing, this one is sad because they offered a refund to anyone who spent money on the game, launched a fun event for everyone to play, that way it's not a sad goodbye, it's a fun celebration, And the community reached out saying of how like much fun it's been to work on the game and seeing everyone play it. It's been super fun and exciting. And that's so sad. Like,
Wait, Rumbleverse is that Battle Royale wrestling game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it looked really fun. I wanted to play it with Gamma.
It did look fun.
It did. And unfortunately, apparently it didn't meet up to the amount of money they were making, so they were going to have to shut down.
Oh, yeah.
Because here's the thing, when you launch as a free-to-play game, you either do well or you don't. And if you don't do well, you're not going to last very long. And it did okay. It did good. They just weren't making enough money off their cosmetics and stuff, like, fast enough. Which is, you know, it sucks. But I'm glad...
I think live service games are just dying in general, honestly.
You
Because,
know,
like, if your game isn't based on a title that people have known for years already, it's very hard to get people to like something new.
yeah.
So, for something like Rumbleverse or, like, that volleyball game that released like, a while
Knockout.
ago.
It's like Knockout
Yeah,
City.
Knockout City. What is it? Hyperscape. It's sort of Apex-like game with, like, different abilities and whatnot.
Yeah.
Those games, even though they're, like, all different, they all have one thing in common. They're new live service games.
Yeah.
And none of them are based on, like, an IP that people have known for, like, years already. So it's gonna be hard to try and engage an audience when they're like, why play this when I could play something that I've known for most of my life already?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, but I mean, one thing is your game's got to be good. But also, yeah, even with Multiverse, it proved a name doesn't help, because that game shut down and it had so many good names in it. But yeah.
Like
Alright.
LeBron.
Next game that we'll go ahead and mention: Street Fighter.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh boy, this is your.
It's Tyler's game. It's Tyler's game. Tyler,
It's
the
Tyler's
floor is yours.
forte.
What do you?
Alright.
So Tyler, the camera pans to you. I have my microphone. I'm all of a sudden in a tuxedo. Tyler, great, massive international fighter, Street Fighter. You know, winner. You literally won like billions of dollars playing this game. Obviously, literally high ranked, won billions of dollars. Huge name, Tyler.
Yeah, I won Capcom Pro Tour already.
Yep, it's not even out yet. You already won it. Anyway, but so I have to ask, what was your first experience you can remember with Street Fighter?
My dad getting it for me on Christmas. On Christmas morning, I got Ultra Street Fighter 4. I was 8 years old. I didn't think much about it because I thought it was just some weird game that he got me. Until I played it, and like, I kid you not, even though I was a kid and I didn't even know like anything combo like related, I would spend days just like mashing my buttons to the point to where they would literally burn the skin off. Because I was just having so much fun mashing the buttons.
Oh my god.
That is 100% a genetic thing. Your dad looked at you, you started doing combos while playing with your food, with your fork and knife, and he was like, the time has come. And so for Christmas, he got you a fighting game. Because that is DNA. That's not a gift. That's DNA. You definitely got that from your parents or dad.
It is.
Because you told me your dad plays fighting games. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's definitely that your dad was great at Street Fighter, had you, and knew you were you at one point excel. And so one day, if you ever do have a kid, you're gonna have to teach them. It's gonna pass down the ultimate Street Fighter. Oh man, but yeah, no, you definitely. I'll tell y'all right now. We all know each other for a certain game. We're all definitely better in some games than others. Tyler is the fighting game guy. Like even last night, he freaking showed a combo. He's already learned combos for every character in Street Fighter 6.
Almost.
And before y'all are like, well, the game's been out for like 3 weeks, and there was a beta a few months ago. Oh, he already knows how to play. He got the game like a week and a half ago, maybe not even. Like he's barely had the game.
He pre-ordered it.
He pre-ordered it, but he never got to it though, no? Or did you get on it immediately as soon as it launched?
I played it the minute it came out.
Oh, so you did? Okay. All right, that's a little more sense because you only really talked about the game. like about a week and a half ago.
Oh.
No, yeah. So yeah, because I guess yeah, because you were just absent for the first time. So yeah, literally just playing the game. Here's the thing though, I know I'm starting to go crazy and I'm becoming like him because I noticed, like we were all spectating, right? It was me, it was us three and then two more people. We were watching him do combos and stuff, and I noticed his jump was like slow, and I jokingly said, no, he messed up the combo, and he reset middle of me saying that. I literally predicted that he messed up a combo. I'm slowly turning into him.
Oh no. Oh no.
And I started playing, bro, I played FighterZ yesterday for like 3 hours straight, just practicing the fusion team. And then today I got online, and yeah, we can talk about FighterZ as well, but like, bro, I become Broly, dude. I just play pure defensive for the first match, let them get confident, let them show me what they can do, and then afterwards, I just switch, go full offense, knowing how they play. And whenever they try to attack me, they try to do the same thing. I go full defense and block everything. Go back, like I start juggling him, bro. I let him get away, and then I beat him 2 times in a row. I'm turning into Tyler.
I'm very proud of you.
Better watch out, Tyler. I'm a very confident opponent. You'll think you have the upper hand, and then bam, I turn around.
I'm definitely whenever we fought fighters a while ago. I mean, to be fair, he literally only played Street Fighter for like weeks. But even when you started warming up, I still was able to manage to stay on par with you. So I'm definitely getting better. Because fighting games, I never really played, like the only time I ever remember last training to play a fighting game really well was Smash Bros. Ultimate. And I really wanted to beat, like I wanted to train the best amiibo, which RIP Ryu amiibo. It has been destroyed. Also, the here's the thing, the chip inside it already broke, and then literally the next day the dog chewed it up. So I mean, it was fate. It was a canon event. It was a canon event that I was supposed to do.
Canon event.
Whenever I get a job, I'm definitely gonna buy another one. But yeah, freaking I would train with the Ryu, and I would fight against it, and it was so much fun just trying to get better. And then the NPC would get better, so I'd have to get better to beat it, then it would get better, and we would just start climbing, and I literally had my own training partner. That's why it hurt so much losing the Ryu, because, bro, it was my freaking teammate. It was my sparring partner. It's dead.
Your child.
Got eaten alive.
Killed in front of you.
Horrible. You know what the worst thing was? I packed it in a box. It was in a box, ready to be taped up and go, and then it got destroyed. It was pulled out of the box by the dog and then destroyed.
No.
Out of all the things it was packed with, why that? Anyway. But yeah, Street Fighter 6, I've been playing it, I'll tell you right now. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yep. One thing that I love about games, overall games, is being able to customize stuff. And that's one reason I just fell in love with Xenoverse 2 and play it to this day, is that being able to customize stuff. That's why I get so entertained. Like, anytime there's, like, new cosmetics released, and, like, that's why I farm events for TV medals, or events for wallpapers, or events for, souls, for Super Souls and whatnot, is because of all the customization. I love it. Freaking love being able to build myself, other characters, whatnot. And so, Street Fighter 6, it has so much customization. And if I can literally learn like every single way, like what every single customization does completely, you can create crap ton of characters. Like literally us three one night, like Tyler was just in the hub. He was just jumping from server to server, and we saw so many cool characters.
Yep. We saw Goku. Well, kinda.
Kinda.
We saw it was the gi. But not,
it was
like,
definitely based off Goku.
Yeah.
It was Dragon Ball Evolution Goku.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We saw a very weird Pikachu.
Why would you mention?
Saw a very weird
like
Piccolo.
a humanoid Pikachu looking.
Pikachu. We saw Piccolo. We saw Family Guy. We saw the Peter Griffin. We saw Popeye. Dude, the Popeye creepily looked so close to actual Popeye. Like, I don't know where he got that clothing, but he got like everything. Dude, he was just missing the anchor tattoo. He had a tattoo on his arm, but it wasn't an anchor though. But it was really close.
extremely. I also saw some Hulks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of Hulks. Even I made.
Hulks.
Yeah,
There's a
I
bunch
made.
of Hulks.
I made Hulk as well. Yeah. I think it's just because there's like barely any skin color customization that's not like normal skin color, and green's one of them. And so I definitely feel like people looked at the like customization you could do. Big buff man that's green. Like our brain pretty much only goes one place, is the Hulk. So I feel like that's why there's so many, because it's so easy to make. And so yeah, as long as you can get the body proportion right, which I mean I made my own version last night and I feel like it looks pretty close. Oh, I made Escanor, but also I figured out how to give him that triangle shape. Whenever I showed Tyler, he didn't have like that triangle shape. I fixed it. I figured out what the problem was. Now he has it.
Nice.
Also made myself. I made myself pretty close. It's not exact. You know, can't really get it exact, but I mean it's pretty close. Like definitely when you look at it, like you see me play. Bro, I'm telling you right now, game of the year. What makes it game of the year? I checked the chest. I got a red X mask.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you right now, the fact that I was able to, literally became Danger X in like an hour of my playthrough. Like, I'm telling you right now, like, it was like an hour or 2 hours of my playthrough and I became Danger X. I'm telling you right now, instantly, my game of the year. I freaking loved it.
Oh, I don't know, man. It's gonna have some big boy contenders.
Oh, it is,
so...
it is. There's definitely, we definitely talk what we think is game of the year. That's definitely not Street Fighter, as much as I love it, as cool as it is. I don't think it's game of the year, gonna be honest. But the characters...
Probably not game of the year, but a pretty good run-up for best fighting game of the year.
I love playing World Tour. The story is sick. I have not... So, since we played last, Tyler, I've not done anything else of the World Tour, but I've done side mission stuff, just sort of... That way next time we go, I can go through World Tour faster.
Nice.
Why not take your time? Because World Tour is great when you take it slow.
No, I just mean
characters.
like the side mission stuff, because the side mission, I mean, there's no super interesting story. There was that one guy from the one game from Final Fight, I believe. That one
Carlos?
guy. Yeah. Carlos from
Yeah,
Final
Carlos.
Fight is pretty sick. Final Fight's also cool. I never played Final Fight. I knew it existed. I never played
Neither
it.
have I. Neither.
Oh, you can play it in the game.
That is one
If
thing
it's
that's
there.
cool, that you have so many other games, like actual fighting games inside the game. You can just go play it. Like, you just get all these games for free. That's so sick.
Oh, hey, I want to play Street Fighter 2 Alpha. Oh, look, it's in Street Fighter 6. Cool. I can.
Yep.
Oh, that looks.
Some people can literally get a free emulator, but the emulator is called Street Fighter 6, however.
Yeah. I love, slightly off topic, I love that companies are doing that now. Nintendo doing it with the NES, SNES, 64, and GameCube, or not GameCube, Game Boy. Now, Sony's freaking, well, Street Fighter's doing it with, their like older titles, putting in their new one just so people can play it, because obviously people love to play and want to play it. Like, it's sick. I love that they're making it easier to get older games. Because I'm telling you right now, go look for like any old game you used to love. They're expensive. And
Yep.
games don't really go down in price, not often, especially Nintendo games. Oh my gosh, so games only go up. Mario Sports
Yeah,
Mix.
Nintendo loves their $60.
Mario Sports Mix, a game that I have, and I mean, the disc is fine. The box is in crappy condition, but the disc's completely fine. If anything happened to that game, I would have to spend $80 to get the game again.
Oh my
For
god.
Mario Sports Mix.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
You want one game that to this day makes so much money, and Nintendo, it's one of Nintendo's most profitable game out of all. Y'all take a guess.
Most profitable game.
One of their most profitable games that makes money to this day. And I'm not surprised it does.
Pokemon? I know.
Fire Emblem? Fire?
Nope. I am saying one of, so I mean, not that y'all's answers are wrong, but it's not the one I'm thinking of.
Cooking on
Gamer, you definitely are probably. Here's the thing: you're definitely the master of this series, but I'm the master of this game.
Master. Oh, Mario Kart.
Yep.
Oh,
Mario Kart Wii specifically. Mario Kart Wii to this day is still being bought. So literally anyone. Because here's the thing, I'm the same way. Like I haven't bought Mario Kart in like maybe 8 years, maybe I'm not sure. But I've had 3 different copies of Mario Kart because the previous 2 broke. But I love the game so much, so I got another one.
Wow.
And I feel like that's the same scenario going around. Someone got Mario Kart, broke or lost Mario Kart, or gave it away, and then wanted to get another one. Yeah, literally.
It's meant to be nostalgia talking, but I think that's the best Mario Kart game.
It was definitely one of the best ones. It is definitely nostalgia talking, but also Mario Kart itself is just fun. Like Mario Kart is definitely fun.
Double Dash is my favorite. Double. Why?
Oh yeah, that's right. Double Dash.
Yeah, Double Dash was also super sick.
It doesn't have nearly as many stages as some of the other Mario Karts, but it can get pretty difficult. It can get pretty.
Yep.
I like the challenge.
I like challenging games.
Now, here's a game that's definitely the floor is gonna be Tyler's. Tyler, what is your opinion and thought on Tekken?
I get the appeal. I just don't like it. Or no, I like Tekken. I get the appeal. I just don't find it fun personally.
I played Tekken 7. It's pretty fun. It's definitely fun. I could definitely see myself playing it again at some point. And the story cinematics are cool. Tekken 7 does cinematics great.
Yeah.
I just love how everyone knows each other's, like, knows every language universally, because there's, like, 12 different characters speaking 12 different languages, and they all understand each other. I just love that's a universal thing.
It is true.
You have one guy speaking French, one guy speaking Spanish, and the English guy's like, no, they're gonna do this. And it's like, you understand both that? And now they understand you? And it's like everyone just...
Every character's bilingual. Every character's bilingual.
Yeah. To literally everything.
Sort of like how in like every American alien movie somehow like the aliens speak English somehow, even though they aren't supposed to know that.
Yeah. Bro, one of the earlier Tekken games looked fugly, dude. I don't remember which one it was, but one of the Tekken games looked so fugly. I don't remember which one. I don't know.
Tekken 4?
I don't know, but it just looked very bad.
You probably think of one of the older ones.
That's what it definitely is. Let me look up older Tekken. Let me see.
Also, let me just rephrase what I said earlier. I get the appeal of Tekken, and yes, it is fun. It's not my style though. That's what I meant to say.
Oh yeah, it's literally Tekken 1. Tekken 1. Oh my gosh. This looks so insane.
Oh, those graphics were seen as great back in the day.
I know.
That was revolutionary for the time.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, look at this.
They're so.
Oh, I never sent the image earlier. Yeah. Here's the. I thought I sent this earlier. I guess I didn't send. Here's the Marvel's Capcom image I was talking about. Yeah, that. Let me get the face. Literally, just look up older Tekken. So it's just Tekken 1. Look up Tekken 1. Save image. Yeah, just save. I'll delete these later. But man, look at that. Look at the face.
Oh god.
Oh, you're talking about that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And then he smiles, and he has like a.
No, I know what you're talking about.
This is what this remind. Oh my gosh, what this reminds me of?
So cursed.
Those early like Pixar animations.
Right.
That's what it reminds me of. Which again, this is a very different time. I'm just saying, it does. Yeah, this is my. You know what it looks. That transition's super cool though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the old to new.
Way to Tekken 8. Tekken 1.
That is super sick. But freaking, what it looks like? It looks like a bowling animation. You know, like when you get a win. And like the bowling. Yeah, it's like congrats or strike or Gutterball.
I remember seeing those as a kid, but like, they always felt like a fever dream.
They did. That I feel like that was literally their entire intention was to be a fever dream.
Yeah.
One thing that I feel... I can't remember if this came out before or after. I'm pretty sure this was after Multi. But Nickelodeon All-Stars.
No, that is a game I know absolutely nothing.
Me neither. All I know is how bad it did. That's all I know.
I only know.
Yeah. It was sort of... A lot of people saw it as like a competition with Multiverse. And honestly, you could see why Multiverse did better. One, Multiverse is free. As opposed to Nickelodeon All-Stars being $40.
It's not even being
two,
finished.
Yeah, not even being finished.
Multiverses had voice acting from the beginning.
Yep. Voice acting from the beginning.
Yeah.
The roster was larger than Nickelodeon All-Stars. And then, not only did you have to pay for the game, but you also had to pay for the DLC, which I heard wasn't really that great either.
No.
Yeah.
Like, the roster was really bad. Like, I think Squidward was one of the DLC.
He was a DLC.
Squidward?
It was someone. It was someone ridiculous.
Squidward was DLC. Let me look this up right now.
What was the Multiverses DLC? I mean, Nick All-Stars. Nick All-Stars.
Nick
I know,
All-Stars,
I think Leonardo was one of them. That was like the only thing that sounded cool.
Nickelodeon.
Nick All-Stars DLC.
Okay.
Nickelodeon All-Stars Universe. Oh, right! Teenage Robot, Hugh Neutron, and I forgot his name. Who?
Coming summer 2022.
Yeah.
Jenny, Hugh Neutron, Rocco.
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 I don't really remember him, but yeah. But yeah, I mean...
Garfield and Shredder released as free DLC.
Yeah.
I like Garfield though.
No. Throw a bone. I mean, he did have that Nickelodeon show. If you remember. I don't know if y'all did. I loved that show.
Was it the 3D animated one?
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Okay.
They made a movie based off that series.
Was it Garfield Gets Real?
No, it was Garfield Superhero.
Oh. Why did I go to Garfield Gets Real? Why did I...
Garfield, get real already.
Get real, man.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That is once again. Like,
that is definitely a cartoon. That is definitely a live-action adaptation of a cartoon title. SpongeBob, Get Real. It's definitely a title. We've been alright.
It was again like one of those movies that felt like a fever dream. So I remember watching it a lot on Netflix until they removed it. Like every night, like at summer when I was like in like 6th grade or whatnot, I always turned on Garfield Gets Real for whatever reason.
Garfield Gets Real. What a movie.
What a movie it was.
Oh, I'm gonna pause real quick. Pause the recording. 1 second, everybody. And we're back. No, all right. One game.
Hello.
One game I wanted to talk about, which we've been listening to this song for 58 minutes. So gotta talk about it now. DragonBall FighterZ. I freaking love DragonBall FighterZ. It is so much fun. I can get my ass kicked, but it looks cool while it's getting kicked. Freaking love FighterZ.
Oh yes, FighterZ.
Yeah, FighterZ is really cool.
DragonBall FighterZ is a very cinematic game. Like you can hit a as long as you're hitting a combo, like every combo looks like it works. You can mix it up. It still looks great. Like everything's just amazing. There's dramatic finishes. There's theatrics depending on what move you do against the enemy. Either knocking off stage, knocking into a different map, hitting him with a blast that affects the entire planet. It's super sick. The intros, the outros, it's all super cool.
It's too bad it's just too bad people skip the intros.
Oh yeah, I even had I have a revenge story today. Speaking of which, I told you of like me learning. So this guy played his intro, skipped mine, fell into my false defensive play, and let his outro play. Then he once again tries to let his intro play, skips mine. I beat him. My outro plays. He skips it.
Bruh.
Then next round, immediately skips his own intro, tries to fight me, sure does a little better, still gets beaten. Skips my outro again. Man watched his cinematics, but wouldn't let me enjoy mine. Man was toxic. But the cinematics are amazing. You know who also skips cinematics? Tyler. I love this game for cinematics, but he'll skip outro, intro, outro, and to the point to where he'll cancel his own combos because he just wants to be a Mr. Funny Man. Literally, just it sucks, man.
I just want to get to the next game.
You want to get to the next game. Hey, you know what?
No, I
Tyler,
you can't know about that.
Tell the class whenever you first played Dragon Ball FighterZ. I said, hey, I play Dragon Ball FighterZ, and you, loving fighting games, went ahead and got Dragon Ball FighterZ. Yes. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we played Dragon Ball FighterZ. We had fun. What did you do whenever you started to want to look for a different answer than the characters that you had on screen? What did you want to do?
I went into training mode, found who I liked,
No.
and I came up with T.
You did something different.
Yes.
You didn't train.
Okay, look.
What did you
I
do
may
with the
have
pro?
spent. Look, okay, yes, I may have spent $100, but in
This
Dragon Ball FighterZ
man
character.
in
But here's the
one
thing.
night spent over 100. I'm pretty sure it was over $100 on the game. Immediately, because I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure there was no sale at that point. There was no sale for the game in characters, so everything was its full price. And on top of that, he didn't buy he knew he was gonna buy every character, but instead of buying just the full pass, the fighter pass, he bought each character individually. So he spent
try that one at a time.
extra money, extra tax. Man said, Man said, I want to spend over $100 in one night tonight. Let's do it. Man was on a Mr. Beast challenge. Can you spend this entire $100 bill in one night?
If you spend this $100
To be fair, we
bill
still-
in
You know what?
one
I
night,
ended up
you
only
can
using
die.
one.
Yeah, you only ended up using one. You don't play with the other fighters. I'm like, yo, Gogeta Blue. You're like, who? I'm like, you have him. You're like, oh. It's like, you only use like 3 DLC characters.
I'll get to him eventually.
Sensual.
But yeah, so also Street Fighter 6 sponsored by Tyler. He got Street Fighter 6 for me. And also I had like $5 left, so I bought Blue Gogeta. So now I have a full fusion team with Gogeta, and Vegito.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. I've been having a lot of fun with Gogeta Blue. I'm glad I bought him instead of Broly. Broly would definitely be fun, but I don't think I'd have as much fun.
Rolling.
Yeah, he's a grappler, I think. He's a lot of grappling moves, and he has a lot of combo potential. I haven't really got to really get to know him really well, but I have seen some content from him.
Yeah. Z-Broly looks like
Monster
a
in the
fun
Crab.
character. Here's the problem: you have to know how to play him. You can't
Yeah.
if you're learning how to play him, you're gonna do pretty bad. If you know how to play him, awesome. But even literally, so most characters in this game you can just pick up and learn how to play pretty easily. Some characters require needing to learn them really well.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I'd say Kefla is one of those characters.
yeah. Kefla, Broly, UI Goku. Because while he has UI Goku, you could just spam counters and whatnot, and dodge and whatnot. If you don't know how to perfectly do that, you're gonna get punished. And many times have I been able to punish people who don't hit it properly. That's mostly because I'm unpredictable. Because let me spam this button and see what happens. Let me see what happens. And they don't predict it because I'm, again, not an amazing tactical player. So yeah, I'm able to catch people off guard pretty often. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Well,
Also
level
grab.
3,
You just
they
spam
always
grab.
work. On level 3 is always
Yeah.
work. Well, yes, they always work.
Man will counter in front of me. I walk up to him. He counters again. I just grab him. I just go, no. Alright.
Food.
Honors.
Is there anything else fighting game related y'all want to talk about that is on y'all's mind?
I have a most hated fighting game for each of us.
Most hated fighting game.
Well, not most hated. Which one do you not like? Like, which one do you like? You just
Of all the
don't
ones
like?
I've played, ones I don't like, huh?
Yeah. Or if you were in a situation where you do end up like liking all the fighting games that you have played before, which one do you think you've had the least fun with?
You know what? Out of all the games I've played, I didn't like Brawlhalla very much. I know we didn't. I was gonna say let's talk about it, but I was like, we barely touched that game, so I didn't really want to talk about it. But the reason we barely touched it is because we didn't really have as much fun with it. Like, yeah, cool, they had collaborative characters. Yes, it was a game that got Shovel Knight as a fighting character. Yeah, it was all these cool things, whatnot. It was becoming the Fortnite of Smash Bros. And it still is, by the way. It still does a bunch of cool stuff, and they're doing well, which is super cool. But not the fighting game for me. And that's nothing wrong with the game. The game looks great, community's great, everything's great. There's nothing wrong with the game. It's just out of all the fighting games I play, super floaty, not really able to catch an interest in any of the characters. Animation style's not my favorite, and while it's not a bad game, it's not my game. Because at least with Multiverses, even though it was pretty much overrated and died pretty fast, Batman was still fun. Batman was definitely fun to play.
Yeah. For me, I'd have to say... Blaze Blue.
Blaze Blue.
Blaze Blue?
You ever heard of Blaze Blue?
Mm-mm. Hold on, let me
It's like this anime fighter. It's like a. It's similar to Grand Blue.
But don't get me wrong, it's not. I don't think it's a bad game. I don't think at all. Like the animation's like really good. Animation's really good and stuff.
It's reminding me of Guilty Gear for some reason. I've watched a lot of Guilty Gear, but never played it, so can't really comment on it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of games that I've watched, but again, I'm only talking about games that I've played. I'm not really talking about games that I've watched.
Did you know that people behind Guilty Gear are the ones who made FighterZ?
DragonBall FighterZ? That's sick.
Yeah, because I could tell because the animation.
The animation style, yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Like, I watched the newest Guilty Gear. Dado Doya played a bit of it because he was excited about it. I watched a bit of the Guilty Gear, and it definitely, whenever I was watching, I was like, this is giving me, like, FighterZ vibes. And I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think Dado maybe have mentioned that, actually. Maybe? I don't know. But yeah, I see it. I definitely see it. FighterZ is sick, dude. I freaking love FighterZ. It's a fun game that most people can easily pick up, but then once you master characters, it's insane. And again, I feel like for a fighting game to be a good fighting game, it needs to be a game that anyone can easily pick up, but then have a whole new world once you start to master characters. Like, it's night and day.
Yeah, actually, that's one reason why I didn't like Blaze Blue and also Guilty Gear are my favorite ones because they are not easy to pick up. Those inputs are like actual fighting game inputs. Like you really gotta.
Yeah. It's why.
Holy crap!
It's why I believe Street Fighter 6 is truly doing as amazing as it is with the whole manual auto move thing, where you can easy assist and whatnot. With the whole mechanic of being able to, set combos and attack and stuff. They made it easier with a push of a trigger. So that, and push of 2 buttons instead of 50 destinations. So it's definitely... And here's the thing, you can still play the harder way. The less casual way. You can still play that way. And if that way is, better for you, you can do it, you can fit to custom. Some people, I promise you, there's people who cannot play the manual way because the other one's instinct to them.
Yep.
If anything, it's the same thing as mouse and keyboard and controller. Yes, while mouse and keyboard can perform, a person who's great at a person who is great at a controller may not do as great as if a good player on mouse and keyboard. Problem is, though, since you've been playing on controller for so long, you can't just go to mouse and keyboard and be better. While you could be better, you're not playing on mouse and keyboard all the time. You're playing on controller, so you're not going to perform as well as you are on controller. That's basically the whole thing with like combos and manual. I'm going to be super used to the manual stuff. So if I try to go to the hard combos, may not do as well. While I could do better.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now, my most hated fighting. Well, not most hated fighting, but one I do not like a lot. Probably my least favorite fighting game of all time is Mortal Kombat 11. And it's for many reasons.
Really? 11?
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 11. The one that came before Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, the one that has a bunch of DLC and stuff.
Yeah.
The
That
whole
one,
time thing.
I have so many reasons for why I don't like it.
I mean,
one,
hey, the floor is yours.
At the time. Go ahead.
If you bought Mortal Kombat 1 specifically to play the story and like unlock gear and whatnot for your character list and whatnot, just have a good offline experience. When the game launched, the grind was terrible, and I mean terrible. Like literally, it's still terrible today. No joking, it's still pretty bad, but not as terrible as it was at launch. Because everything was sort of like Overwatch in a way, like Overwatch 1, where every chest that you opened in the character was a loot box essentially, and you had to get lucky if you wanted a specific piece of gear for your character and whatnot. And if you wanted a specific mask for Scorpion, you'd have to factor in that, well, Scorpion has like multiple sets of masks, and then you'd have to factor in the amount of characters in the game with their specific headpieces and whatnot. So literally, you'd have to hope that maybe you just get lucky, and then you get the gear that you're looking for. Now another thing is the DLC. I think it's pretty lackluster. It was cool at first, like the Terminator, I guess. It was cool to see him. It was cool to see Spawn. But their gameplay, pretty boring. Pretty boring. And then, RoboCop, I guess he was fine. But still, gameplay pretty boring. Joker, Joker, I'd say he turned out to be like probably one of the most messed up characters in the game. Because he had constant brain traps, constant setup potential and whatnot. Easily, he was probably the best character in the game. And I don't think they nerfed him enough to where he's not. So I think he's still the best character in the game, honestly. Then another thing too is the actual, not just the DLC, but the gameplay of the game in general. I think it's the most bare bones a fighting game can get, really, because I think Maximilian said this as well in like one of his videos. Like literally, if you got the game right now and experimented with it for like a couple hours or so, and then you found a good high damage combo, you've essentially learned the character. Like that's pretty much it. You would see everyone online, and I kid you not, you could look up clips. I would see every noob Cybot player do the same combo with Sickle Snag. And it's not because they were uncreative. It was literally his most damaging combo. It's literally all you could do with him. And that's the main problem with Mortal Kombat 11 for me, is that it's just repetitive. Because there's not much other things to do with the game, because the game is pretty simple. Combos are short, it's more neutral focus, which I guess is good. The combos in the game are just so boring. And don't even get me started on like Towers of Time and what.
Don't even get me
that was
started.
also terrible.
You get me started? Don't get me started.
And then what is this? The story, meh. Aftermath, meh. And then I remember like literally everyone hated Shiva when she came out because her stomp and everything, unblockable. Literally the only way you could beat it is if you reacted to it. And it's pretty hard to react to like the first couple matches you go against Shiva and whatnot. And I just don't like
Isn't it like really fast? I remember it.
Yeah, it's really fast. I think they slowed it down, I might be wrong, but when she first came out it was really fast.
Yes.
And once she jumps up in the air, you have to backdash or forward dash immediately, or you're getting stuck.
I remember Max saying, like, he was reacting to the Mortal Kombat 1 trailer. I think, is it the one in the Summer Games Fest? I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, he noticed and mentioned that as they were doing as Scorpion was doing a combo, mentioned that he noticed that you didn't need to use like the meter bar, for like combo extensions, like combo.
Oh yeah, that's right. Literally everything in Mortal Kombat 11, if you want to extend your combo or if you want to be like a little bit floss on something, you have to spin the bar. And the thing about the bar too is that you didn't really have to work towards the bar; it came back to you automatically. I'd say it's kind of similar, but not really. It's similar to like Street Fighter 6's drive gauge, where like it comes back to you, but it comes back slower if you aren't really doing anything. But if you are like having the most offense in the game, it comes back really fast to you. In Mortal Kombat 11, it didn't matter if you were losing, winning, or whatever. It came back the same rate. So literally, you can go a full match. Yeah. And like in that kind of thing, that's just not engaging.
Yeah.
Like if I want to play a fighting game, I want to be engaged in it. I don't want to be like waiting for my meter to come back. I want to feel like I worked for it.
Yeah.
And then not only that, another thing too is that I think they did this season thing, or whatever. Well, not really season thing, but again, I'm gonna come back to the DLC. The DLC felt like it was chosen by like my dad.
Wow.
Rambo, RoboCop. A lot of
I hope you show your dad this episode. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, like Spawn.
No, that'd be hilarious. No, Tyler's dad, if you're seeing this, what's up? Big fan.
Heyo.
Big fan.
Like lots of were they from the 90s? I don't know.
A lot of older characters.
A lot of older characters.
They are definitely older characters. Yeah. That's why I think the next game potentially having Omni-Man. I think that's super cool. Because everyone, I don't know, dude. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just not into the fascination, but people are really into the fascination of like gore and stuff. And Omni-Man was like a refreshing like look to that, like a cartoon that originally seemed like I didn't know what Invincible was, so Invincible just looked like a new cool cartoon. I didn't know what I was in for, and that's did not. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I feel like that happened, and that was like, whoa. And so, like, cartoons looking that gory, like, not saying that none have, many have, but that popular. So, yeah, so the fact that Omni-Man's going to be on his way, I think it's pretty cool, but so far your critic on the new Mortal Kombat 1 doesn't seem too good.
Yeah. I liked it at first, but then I didn't really end up liking it.
We'll have to see if DLC can save it.
Yeah, here's the thing. If they add ranked Sub-Zero and like all the other characters, they're cool. But it's probably just me, but I need to get used to like using cameras. Because I like just having one fighter fighting another fighter and whatnot.
Oh, the cameo fighters, right.
Yeah. That might just be a me thing. But so far, I don't feel like getting used to the cameo thing.
Oh, it's not like the stress test. That's a weird name for what beta, but yeah. But I mean, it's only like very early stages. As we get closer to its release date, they're gonna they are going to like polish it. Hopefully.
Yeah, I feel like
hopefully they change some things about it.
Yeah. One thing is that a beta may not do too well. It is truly to wait until afterwards. But here is the thing. When they give you a beta, they are giving you most of what they plan on delivering to you. So unless the release seems sooner than later. So that's why the beta is so worrisome. If it was like, releasing this game in 4 years, here's a beta if you want to try it out. This isn't a 4 year later beta. This is like a year later beta. So that's why they can't really do too much in a year for every character, so that's why it is more worrisome than if they showed it to us now and they're like, this game's coming out in like 3 or 4 years.
Right.
One thing is, games, I hope, are released finished. I don't know when this trend came out of games being released that aren't finished. The most popular one I can think of is Cyberpunk 2077. I feel like that's one of the worst ones. Like after that game, like there was some before, I'm sure, but after that it was like again and again and again of just games coming out not being fully finished and polished.
I feel like it's
Those game companies nowadays.
I don't
just
want a
see
game to
always
come out and want. Here's the
players.
thing. Whenever a game came out, we didn't have the ability to get a game because it's out. Again, one of the times was the earliest game I would ever get is it being 4 months old and whatnot, you know? Like, it's only until recent that have the ability to get games more early on. And again, Smash Bros. Was one of the first games that I got. I was able to enjoy all the new experiences back when it first came out, because that was one of the first games I got, like, on launch. That was one of the first ones. So, I don't want to have to, like, if I get the chance to get a game immediately, I would love to do that. I don't want to get a game. I don't want to get a game just because I'm, like, excited for it, but then want to wait another 2 months just to make sure it's finished. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to avoid the internet for 2 months because I heard the game's not finished. And here's the thing. The internet's the internet. You're given a good few days before it's spoiled for you. Literally, like, the only reason... I'll give an example. Beast Gohan, whenever he came out, the only reason I didn't get spoiled for him immediately was because pretty much the whole Dragon Ball community agreed, hey, let's not spoil this for everyone because Dragon Ball content is so slow. Let's let people enjoy it. While Dragon Ball community is a very toxic community, they were all everyone was chilling and vibing, and that's why I literally went like 2 months or something without getting spoiled. It was a ridiculous amount of time.
Dude, yeah. It was crazy. It was fun.
One last thing that I want to say about Mortal Kombat 11 that I hope they change in Mortal Kombat 1 is that I hope that they give Rain everything back that made him interesting. Because one, when I first heard that Rain was announced for Mortal Kombat 11, I was excited because he was my favorite character, and the main reason for that is because he uses an element that's mostly looked down upon because it's considered weak, right?
Water.
Like, what do you look at in a paper? What are you gonna do with water? But he takes water and does so much cool stuff with it. But in Mortal Kombat 11, they downgraded him hard. Like, he used to be able to use his water bubble combo extension or whatever for free. Now you have to pay meter for that. His super kick used to extend combos for free. Now you have to use meter for that. And then his Kabar or whatever, his Kabar was cool. However, it led to some very boring strings. He had some very boring, like, attack strings. And he had an attack. Wait. Oh, I just thought of another big reason why I don't like it. But I'll finish this first. He had this one attack that was pretty useless. He had his lightning cloud. It used to be good in previous games because it launched your opponent again. In this game, it didn't even do that unless you, like, again, spent the meter and your opponent was stupid and not blocking. And then, now, one of the major reasons why I don't like Mortal Kombat 11 is the variation system. I want a fighting game that gives me a character, all the moves that they can do, without the possibility of like 5 to like 6 different versions of them where they all have like different moves spread out. I don't like that. Just give me one character and one move list, not like 3 to 4 or 5 different variations of a character with different moves. Just give me the entire character's moveset in one character. It makes it simpler and more fun, and it opens up more combo potential. Because I think Injustice 2 did that. Nobody liked Injustice 2 when it did that, and a huge portion of the MK11 community didn't like when that game did that. MKX did do the variation thing, but they completely changed some variations completely changed how the character played, so they were interesting and
they were actually different.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I guess to me, that's the only variation fighting game that gets a pass to me. But every other variation fighting game that's not like that, I just don't see myself playing any game similar to that at all. Long story short, they ruined my favorite character.
That sucks. That does suck.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Injustice 2 had variations? I don't remember.
Yeah,
that.
you could choose. Yeah, you could choose your moves and whatnot.
Yeah, different forms of fighting and whatnot, like different move lists and whatnot. But here's the thing: it was limited. I believe it was limited to its own like category. So like you could pick what category. It's not like you could mix and match. It's not that variety. It's like A, B, and C. But A, B, and C are all different. And so if you like moves in A and in B, you can't mix them. They're just stuck in A and B.
Yeah.
Which it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it is not as fun. You don't have the freedom that Street Fighter 6 gives you, where you can literally have eight abilities from 8 different characters all in one, pretty much, almost. One thing I do love about Mortal Kombat, like, some people may be like, oh, it's lazy. I love lazy designs. Though there's just different colored ninja. There's a blue ninja. There's a red. I think that's why I think that's why I love the Ninjago so much. There's a purple ninja. There's a red ninja. There's a black ninja. There's a green ninja. I freaking love all of the Mortal Kombat stuff. That's I think that's why I love Ninjago so much. Because I knew about Mortal Kombat before Ninjago.
That might just be my favorite, like I don't know the exact word, but that just might be my like favorite thing. Characters that look very identical outside of like color swaps, but they do very different things.
Very different things, very different characteristics. The only thing is their outfit looks similar. I think it's cool they built it off of literally just different colored outfits. I think that was hilarious and super cool. It worked, so they rolled with it.
Or like a Ryu and Ken.
Yeah, Ryu and Ken. It was literally just a recolor for player 2, and they built a whole character off it.
Yep.
Or Luigi is just a green Mario, but they built a whole different character off it.
Yeah, like he jumps higher. I think he runs a bit faster.
Sometimes,
Might
yeah.
be wrong.
He's known for jumping higher.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's super sick. All right. One thing we are starting to get a bit long. It is almost an hour and a half. One thing I want to talk about, which one thing I always love building, is concepts. And I present to y'all, right? I mean, each of you guys millions of dollars, right? You each get millions of dollars. Contracts. You think of it. I've signed it already. It's all good. You can make a video game right now. What fighting video game would you make, and what style would it be? One game that I haven't. I mean, while y'all think about that, real quick, I do want to mention Xenoverse 2. I love Xenoverse 2. I haven't really talked about this episode, but Xenoverse 2 I love a lot. It was super cool. I remember getting it for the first time. I got on Switch, so I got Goku Black for like free or early. I thought that was super cool. Freaking loved it. And Xenoverse was definitely one of the more fun games I've played. It's definitely fun. Again, it's one of the bunch of customizations and stuff, and it's why I love games like that so much. So the fact that I could literally build my own character, and they keep adding outfits to this day, years later. It's literally been, it's been forever. It's been so many years. They keep adding stuff, so the customization just gets more and more. So I think that's what's super cool. But all right, you have everything in front of you. Y'all, fighting game. Tyler, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure.
What fighting game would you want of a series? Big name. Or smaller
Dead
name.
by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight fighting game?
Yeah.
The fact they literally talked about doing that.
I love fighting games. Make it happen, behavior. I'll play it.
Okay.
That is hilarious. Here's the thing. I would love to see how it works purely out of curiosity. I would love if they worked on it based off of get the people that worked on Mortal Kombat. Well, probably not from Tyler's description, but get someone who's really good at working on that type of stuff and have them make the game. Here's the thing: Dead by Daylight, while it looks cool, it's not the best graphics in the world. Even base game, high graphics, not the best graphics. I hope if they do make more games, they do increase the graphics. Who knows, man? At some point they can update their own graphics. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Well, with the new like Until Dawn like Dead by Daylight game that will probably be out in like
story mode
coming years.
Yeah,
the story mode. That game, I'm sure
it'll look better, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of being a live service game, it's a story mode based game. I definitely think that'll be better.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for it too because I just played Until Dawn, and yeah, I was a scaredy cat, but I love it.
All right, gamer, what fighting game would you make? And what style? I imagine Tyler's would be like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter style, like just 2D platform type fighting.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. All right. What is yours, gamer?
I'd probably make like maybe like an arena style. Did y'all hear me?
I heard arena styles.
Yeah.
Blank. You
Arena style something.
Arena style Ninja Turtle.
That would be sick. Oh my gosh, dude. Fight in the sewers, fight on the top of a skyscraper, fight in the drone, fight in the freak. Oh, that'd be so. That'd be so
of course
cool.
you got like of course you have the 4 turtles, you got Splinter, you got your Shredder, and then you got like some of like the other mutant characters like Bebop and Rocksteady,
Baxter Stockman.
Baxter Stockman, Karai, I mean, there could be a different variation of Shredder, like Super Shredder. There could be like a super, like
Rocksteady and Bebop.
Yeah.
All right.
And like they're not. Oh my god! Why is it lagging?
You sound high.
It's like, it's not just gonna be like, oh, there's gonna be like from this certain turtles. It's gonna be like one from like every Turtles series. Like comics and stuff, and because there's some obscure Turtles characters like a mutant. There's a mutant manta ray. That's gonna be in the new Turtles movie. Gonna be in the new Turtles.
Well, that's sick.
Movie that was from the comics.
Bro, dude, I read the book.
Turtle comics. Yeah.
Dude, I read the book of the manta ray. I was a kid at a library. I read the book with the manta ray and his story. Bro, that book messed me up. Oh my gosh. Do y'all know about the manta ray? The book I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, alright, I don't want to mention it here, but yeah, oh my gosh. I'll tell you after this, but man, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, imagine a kid reading that and then just seeing the ending of the book. Like I was like, is there an extra page? Is there another page? Like, I was trying to find an imaginary next page. But alright, but yeah, my fighting game, alright, I thought this would be super cool, and I even already thought, like, I had a freaking vision of this as a cinematic. Street Fighter versus Dragon Ball. Imagine Ryu and Goku fighting by sparring, while Mega Man and Vegeta are fighting by blasts. Or vice versa. Either one works. The only reason I just think of Goku and Ryu is because of E.
You would mean Capcom versus Dragon Ball.
What did I say? Well, yeah, Capcom. My bad. Capcom versus Dragon Ball. I meant to say Capcom, but just Street Fighter was the first thing in my head because Ryu. I still have Ryu and Goku fighting in my head. And before everyone's like, oh, the power levels. Who cares?
Who cares?
Poor power level. Freaking, I'm telling you right now, Dragon Ball themselves made a story where they removed everyone's power. You're telling me they can't make a freaking android powered by the Capcom universe inside of Dragon Ball that removes everyone's power level by like 80% or something? Come on, like, you can easily make up some BS story just so it fits. But Capcom versus Dragon Ball would be so sick. Dragon Ball C. Freaking love that. And then with that, and here's the thing, with that, they could make some dumb characters. Like, they could make Bulma a fighting character. Make Bulma a fighting character. Make, I don't know, make the announcer a fighting character from the announcer of the tournaments. That'd be sick. I'd love that.
Could be some ridiculous things in there. Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to say before we end this? Anything fighting? Anything you want to talk about?
I can't think of anything.
All right.
I can know.
Then we're definitely gonna call it a night. Finally, after 14 months, we got another one of these done. I ain't even gonna be like, hey, next we're gonna talk about, because I don't even know if I'll upload another one of these this year. we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Alright. Well, it's been fun, definitely talk about fighting games. One thing is I love just having this, that way I can like listen back to this in like a year from now. Like year from now, especially if I'm gonna start playing fighting games, come back and just listen to this. I don't know, it's fun. It's not professional at all. It's just hanging out and talking about stuff. Alright. We'll see you all later. Hope you all enjoy. I definitely want to do more of these. And I definitely at some point want to stream fighters. Now I'm in like a fighters mood. We gotta stream at some point about it.
Yeah.
Alright. See you all guys.
Alright, bye-bye, guys.
Say it.
Bye.